I think they need to change the curriculum for high school, which I know they won't because they're using high school to prep kids for college, right? That's what they. Why do I need to take 3 years of math or 4 years of English other than to go to college? I mean, if I haven't learned enough math and English from my 8 years of schooling, my 8 grades of schooling, to be able to succeed in life for a regular life, doing a regular job. I mean, I think that I probably got passed and I shouldn't have got passed. I mean, this is what I think that they should do. We have a GED, right? For instance, my kids can both pass it. I guarantee if they was to drop out of school right now, they could both pass the GED test. They don't need to learn all this extra garbage. They really do. It's not garbage, okay? So if you're gonna go to a specific career, right? It does make sense for you to have to take a science class. Like if you're interested, you shouldn't be required to have to do 2 years. So that's my whole thing. It needs to be more. It needs to be more. What is it? Decentralized. You know, what should happen is there should be some test that the kids take when they're freshmen in school, right? This is what they should do. Like going from 8th grade to ninth grade, they should take this test, and it should be an equivalent to a GED. Well, you just want to see where the kid's at, right? So if they could pass this test at ninth grade or 10th grade, whatever, if they could pass this test, then they can go on to basically electives, right? Everything's an elective. I mean, they can go to school and take, uh, uh, you know, it would have been awesome to go to college and be able to play basketball, to go to weight training, do things that I was actually interested in. And what they need to do instead of forcing 4 years of credits for English, which they should already have a good understanding of English, is if they didn't pass certain sections of this test, then they should be required to go ahead and take some more English so they can pass that test. But this is the point of life where kids need to figure out where they're gonna go with life, what interests they're gonna be in life. They shouldn't, you know, uh, there should be a certain amount of credits, right? That's cool. And it should go across America. It should be the same across America. Because when I was a kid, I moved from Arizona to Florida, and you only needed 21 credits to graduate in Arizona. And then I moved to Florida, and you needed 24, so it set me back. Plus a bunch of other garbage that it frustrated me, and I ended up dropping out because I was weak. And it put me back as a junior instead of being a senior. So, but my point is, like, you can take, like, you can have required classes where maybe they teach you how to cook, like a home ec type of class, like just basic, a life skills class, um you know basic understanding of how to, maybe a computer class, and you need to have like trades. You need to have, like, they do have it so you can do more trades, but let kids, this is where kids need to be able to experience real life. Maybe even have some kind of a class where you can go and actually go to work, go to where they work with like a company, and they go there for like 2 hours so they can see how it is to work a regular job. in a small capacity, not nothing like they can get hurt or anything, but just like a couple hours with maybe they can make an extra couple bucks, but it shows them how reality is, and definitely an economics class and understanding of money. Um, it should be up to the kids, and it shouldn't just be okay. These teachers here in this school. No, it should be you can go online and learn at your own house and take Zoom classes. I might not even have to go to school this semester because I just don't need to, So it just makes sense to why, if I'm not going to go, if my plan is to be a mechanic or a carpenter, why do I need to take all this extra English classes and all this extra, like, why do I got to learn trigonometry or learn about history? Now, I think history is a good thing to learn, or social studies, but why should I be forced to learn if I don't care about it? You know, this is the problem with the schools, and why kids hate school so bad is because they're being forced to learn stuff that they don't even need to learn. I mean, why? Everything is on the internet now. If I'm interested in something or I need to know something, I can just go ahead and Google. I don't need to try to remember anything anymore. I have a phone, I have a laptop. I can just go and find out, and it's more accurate than my memory anyway. This whole notion of now, it's good to have knowledge, but it should be more free. You know, it, these kids need to figure out who they are, what they like. They need to try different things out. That's my whole point with this video. Is kids need to try different things out. They shouldn't be forced to be in this, thing that's fine back in the day to learn that stuff. But this is 2021, man, and we have a lot of technology that they didn't have back 40 years ago, 30, 20 years ago. And we live in a completely different society. I don't need to know how to spell with everything. I got spell check on my phone, and yeah, I understand if society collapses, I'm gonna be a brain dead idiot out there. But I think I got a lot more to worry about if society collapses than to be educated at that point. Um, my whole thing is, I hated school. I hated high school. I really did. And my kids don't like it either. They should be going there socializing. They should be going there finding out who they are. And all schools are is a money making business. That's all it is. They bring in more money, and these kids are just numbers for them to bring in more money. And that's it. They don't really even care about the kids. Most of these, look at a lot of these teachers. These teachers don't even want to come back to school in some parts of the country because they don't care about the kids. They're so afraid. They're so afraid of COVID, like they say. They don't want to come back to work. Well, then I guess they can be replaced. But you know, it shouldn't be. I shouldn't have just teachers in my area though. That's what I'm saying. I can take a class online. Look at YouTube. YouTube teaches you everything. You don't even need to go to college. I can learn how to fix anything in my own life. I can learn basically how to fix a lot of problems in my own house by using YouTube. I mean, the more sophisticated things, I definitely need to get a professional, but basic plumbing things I can learn. I can look Google, I can YouTube a video and find it. I can if I don't know something in history, if I want to learn something in history, I can Google it. I can YouTube it. Um, I my car is leaking, the battery's leaking, has corrosiveness, and I learned on YouTube how to fix that, how to clean it off instead of paying somebody else a ton of money to do it. I just do it myself. And that's we're in the information age where we don't need, if you want to be self-sufficient, independent, you can do things on your own. We don't need this whole brick and mortar teacher all the time, like, for instance, if I'm a kid and I have excellent talent and I could possibly be in the NFL or NBA at one day, I don't need to take all these classes. I really don't. I don't, I mean, it's like, why? I mean, the only thing I need to take is economic classes where I should do with my money. And another thing is there should be like a psychology class where it teaches human nature and female nature and men's nature and masculinity and femininity and all that. Not this feminist garbage, and these kids are being indoctrinated with all this left wing political garbage. If I want to send my kid to school and he comes back and he's got to be told that, because of how he looks, he gets white privilege or something. It's just, come on, man, for real. Like, just teach the facts. Just don't you they can believe whatever they want, but they don't need to push their agenda on my kids. That's another thing with these high schools. It's just absolutely absurd. And um that's how high school should go. There shouldn't be no forced English. Look at, there's people that come to this country, they don't even have to learn English. So why does my kid have to sit here and go to 4 years of English, get 4 years of credits for English, when you got people that come to this country and then they don't even have to learn English? You know what I mean? It's completely absurd. It's a dinosaur way of teaching. It needs to be reformed. It needs to be more creative. They need to think more outside of the box. Um, and it needs to be more individualized for each kid. I should be able to get credits for high school if I want to become a musician. I should be able to take a class and learn how to learn guitar, use my time. I don't need to learn science if I don't give a damn about it. If my career has nothing to do with science, why do I need to learn about it unless I absolutely want to learn about it? It's good to have that knowledge, but if I have it on my phone, I have it all on my phone basically. I have the basics on my phone, and it it's just, it needs to be reformed. It really does.